Hey guys, the Senate President Godwin AKPABIO is in big trouble as the Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has urged the Senate President AKPABIO and the Speaker of the House of Representatives Abbas to promptly disclose the exact amount of the monthly running costs of millions of naira currently being paid to and received by members of the National Assembly and the spending details of any such running costs. SERAP also urged them to promptly end the alleged practice by the National Assembly of fixing its own salaries, allowances and running costs in conformity with the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended and the country's international obligations. SERAP urged them to end the alleged practice of paying running costs into the personal accounts of lawmakers and to refer the alleged misuse or mismanagement of the running costs to appropriate anti-corruption agencies for investigation and prosecution where there is relevant admissible evidence. The organization urged them to promptly disclose the total amount of running costs that have so far been paid to and received by the lawmakers and to ensure the return of any misused or mismanaged public funds. In the letter dated 17th August 2024 and signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawale Oluwadari, the organization said, "We are concerned about the practice by the lawmakers of fixing their salaries, allowances, and running costs, and the capacity and in the spending of millions of naira in running costs by lawmakers." SERAP said the constitutional oath of office of lawmakers requires them to ensure transparency and accountability in the exact amount of salaries, allowances, and running costs they receive. The letter read in part, "The provisions of paragraph N, section 32D in brackets of the third schedule to the Nigerian Constitution earlier made it unlawful for the National Assembly to fix its own salaries, allowances, and running costs. The allegations that members of the National Assembly are fixing their own salaries, allowances, and running costs are entirely inconsistent and incompatible with the constitutional oath of office and the object and purpose of the UN Convention Against Corruption, to which Nigeria is a state party. We would be grateful if the recommended measures are taken within 7 days of the receipt and or publication of this letter. If we have not heard from you by then, SERAP shall take all appropriate legal actions to compel you and other members of the National Assembly to comply with our request in the public interest. Accounting and returning any misused or mismanaged running costs collected by members of the National Assembly would build trust in democratic institutions and strengthening the rule of law. Accounting for and returning any misused or mismanaged returning costs collected would also enhance the ability of the lawmakers to effectively and efficiently discharge their constitutional and statutory responsibilities, the country's international legal obligations, especially under the UN Convention Against Corruption, impose a legal commitment on public officials, including lawmakers, to discharge a public duty trustfully and faithfully. The convention, specifically in paragraph 1 of Article 8, requires members to promote integrity, honesty, and responsibility in the management of public resources. Nigerians have a right to scrutinize how their lawmakers spend their tax money and the Commonwealth. Nigerians also have a right to honest and faithful performance by their public officials, including lawmakers. The obligations also clarify amount to members taking advantage of their entrusted public positions, ending the reported practice by lawmakers fixing their own salaries, allowances, and running costs would improve public confidence in the integrity and honesty of the National Assembly. It will show that the Senate and House of Representatives under your leadership can focus on serving the public interest of Nigerians rather than looking after themselves. Constitutional oath of office requires public officials, including lawmakers, to obtain from all improper acts, such as fixing their own salaries, allowances, and running costs that are inconsistent with the public trust. The National Assembly has a constitutional responsibility to combat abuse in its all spending if it is to effectively exercise its oversight functions and hold the government to account. It is travesty and a fundamental breach of their duties for members of the National Assembly to fix their own salaries, allowances, and running costs by exercising strong and effective leadership in this matter. The National Assembly can show Nigerians that the legislative body is a proper and accountable watchdog that represents and protects the public interest and is also to build itself to account in the management of public resource. So guys, this is the latest for now. So we are watching to see how the Senate President and the House of Representatives Speaker Abbas will respond to this very one. I beg, I dey drop am for here. Make we hear from you. What's your take? Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Share this video, let it go viral. Let Nigerians understand what is going on today in the Nigerian political landscape. Thank you and bye for now.